Hi team, this is a continuation of videos I've been doing as far as kind of the beginning process of getting started with the client, making sure you have everything ready to go into Command, leading that into DocuSign and accessing forms in DocuSign. And now this video is going to be about having those forms and then sending them out for e-signature purposes. So I already have my forms ready to go. I've edited them. So if you have any questions on that, go to just the part 2 video that I just did, and it'll kind of explain that piece of it. So I have the forms ready to go, and now I want to send them off for e-signature. So I'm going to click on the ones that I'm ready to send off for e-signature. So I hit the little radio button here on this one, and then on this one. And if I wanted to send this one, I could send this at the same time, but I'm just going to start with these two. And then over here, I have these symbols, and I'm going to click on this Create Envelope pen. It'll load, and then it creates this envelope. And the, base of this envelope is just as if you were actually having something in person and you were sending it off in the mail. This is, we're getting it ready. We're getting ready to put the stamp on it and send it out to them. So it really is, I want to make sure everything really is ready to go. In this piece of it, all the information is as correct as possible here. So one thing I recommend is for your envelope name, change it to what you're sending in this envelope. So I'm sending the listing agreement, and then I have it saved because I do this quite a few times, and the affiliated business disclosure. So that's what this is, or AABD is what I would do, just for standing for that. And if I needed to add any that I forgot, I could just go to Room Docs, and then I need to add the person that I'm sending it to, or the people I'm sending it to. So I go to Add Recipient, and then pre-tagged rules is what I want to use 9 times out of 10. If for some reason it's not something that is coming from the DocuSign side and I got to add a new person to sign on this, then I would do room participants or email address. But I'm going to do pre-tagged rules most times. And then I'm choosing who I'm sending this off to. So it's my seller 1, and then I select who that seller 1 is. And then also myself, because I need to sign, or Leah in this sense, as the agent. So I have those two right there. If I had a second seller, or husband and wife, I would attach them there. On this side, if I was working with a buyer, then I would attach their names here. So I'm going to add selected. And one thing I'm going to change from my side of things is my information, because I do want to make sure that it's correct here. So this is something you can do even if you had the one email and the details. If I need to change it, I can change it right here, and I'll keep that as Tess Mallory. And then if I want to write a little message to them for them to receive when they get the email, then I can do that right here at the bottom. Then I'm going to go to next. And just as a thing to be aware of, when I hit next, it's not sending it to them yet. It's when you hit the word send, that I'll point out in a second, that's when you're sending it. So you still have time to make corrections or to check to make sure everything is good before before this piece of it. So we do have the hit send. So load, and then here it's going to start to show me the forms, and as I scroll through, it's also going to start to show me the little signature and initial boxes. So I have those all here ready to go. If I need to add anything, I have all these tools over here on the left. Okay, so I have that as an option. I'm going to go ahead and hit send. And it's sent. I'm going to get the signature just done real quick, and then I'm going to come back just so you can see what it looks like when things have been signed. Okay, so once it's been signed, I have in my envelopes this completed version right here, and you might start to have a few here because you'll probably send a couple envelopes, and then I can go into documents and find my forms here, and I have more in here because I've got my green signed ones. So these are the signed copies. These are my editable copies right here, and this one that I didn't end up using. And this is my certification of listing agreement, so that you have all the forms in here, and you can organize this a little bit too if you want to create some folders to separate things out. But this is just how you access and see the different forms. And you can click in, it'll pull up my form, and it'll show me my signatures there. So that is the gist of getting it through.